everyone and welcome back to Schoolosophy. So in my previous video, I had given a basic knowledge about enzymes, and in today's video, I'm going to speak in detail about how an enzyme works. That is, I'm going to explain the lock and key mechanism. So let's begin. To understand how an enzyme works, we first need to understand the lock and key mechanism. And to understand that, we need to look into depth about the last property. That is, enzymes are specific. So this is an enzyme and this is a substrate. That is the complex molecule that an enzyme would break. So for example, if this enzyme is amylase, the substrate becomes starch because amylase breaks down starch. Now inside an enzyme, here we have the active site. So this part of an enzyme is known as the active site, where there is a dent in the enzyme. The shape of the substrate or the substance which is going to be broken down is complementary to the shape of this active site, which means that this shape exactly fits here, and this will be only true for one kind of substrate. Not all kinds of substrate would fit into the active site of one particular enzyme. That is why it is said that enzymes are specific. So when this part of the substrate molecules perfectly fits into the active site of an enzyme, it starts to break down, and this is what is known as the lock and key mechanism. Here's a diagramic representation of how an enzyme works. That is the lock and key mechanism. So this is the enzyme, and the substance that needs to be broken down is known as the substrate, and after the reaction changes place, the products are formed. So an enzyme, this is the active site of the enzyme, and as I explained before, the shape of the substrate is complementary to the active site of the enzyme, which means it fits exactly. Now when the substrate fits into the enzyme starts to work. This is how it fits perfectly. This is also known as the enzyme substrate complex, and after this the enzyme starts to work and forms the products. So the substrate is broken down into products. After the enzyme substrate complex is formed, the reaction takes place and the substrate is broken down into products. Now as you can see, the enzyme remains how it is, which means that it is an catalyst and it does not change shape or gets affected even after the reaction has taken place. This is how the lock and key mechanism takes place, which helps to break down complex substances into simple substances. That's it for this video. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, please put it in the comments down below. And if you want me to post a video on any topic, please put it in the comments below. Bye-bye.